Okay, we are live on YouTube as well. All right. For once, I've actually. Oh, oh. I was about to say for once, no problems, and then the YouTube UI started bugging out. But it seems like for once, I've been able to just start the stream, and it didn't give me crap. So that's a good sign. Hello, everybody. I keep delaying things because things keep taking longer than I would like it to be. And also because life keeps giving me melons. Not melons, lemons. It's late. It's late. It's been giving, well, anyway, whatever. Yeah. Well, my phone hasn't been working at all last week. I've been transferring services and it's still not really working. So, yeah. So that's kind of taking up a lot of time. Didn't know really what I wanted to do on this stream until like 2 minutes ago. I am still working on the level editor. The hell? Horizontal view error. Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Okay. YouTube's always giving me crap. I'm just gonna just ignore it. Because it seems like it's fun. But yeah, I didn't really know what I was gonna do up until just like a couple minutes ago. I think I'm gonna continue working on the level editor because I am extremely close to being done with everything. At least with the prototype for the level editor. I think the last time I did a stream, all I had was just the ability to like sculpt the terrain. I don't even think I even had like camera movement yet. And I definitely didn't have object placement, which I do now. I have all of those things. I have just one thing left to do. Let me go to studio mode for just a second. Yeah. Okay. So you can see my terrain looks bizarre. Let me show you all what I've been working on. So first off, we have a little brush thingy. So just like before, we can do, yeah, let's do raise, but let's just lower that to 0.01, and then we can, we have the ability to, of course, raise terrain as we have before. We can lower terrain as well. We have, let's do a custom. We have custom brushes as well. So let's just do like 20 and 20, and then let's just raise that as well. So that works. You can rotate the brushes. So if I want to do something like that and then lower it, I can lower it. I can, of course, also paint stuff. Oh, whoops. Let's paint sand. Oh, hold on. Do I have to raise this to like 0.1? Probably. Let's make it like 40 and 40. Yeah. So there you go. You can see we have something like that. Let me just make sure my come on, YouTube. It looks like it's fun. Looks like it's doing just fine. But yeah, so all of that's the same, and we have the ability to save and load terrain, just as we did before. Ignore that. So, what's new is that I can place objects, and that's this script right here. So, I only have 4 different objects right now. I got a cube, I got the 3D logo. I have a sphere, which doesn't have a collider on it. As you can see, it literally does. It says it has a collider because the editor adds one, but by default, it doesn't have a collider. And then this one, which allows me, the one distinction, as you can see right here, is that this is an empty object, and here is an actual object with the mesh and everything. So it adds a collider automatically. It actually adds these two components. It's a sphere collider and a small little script called place object info. And this just holds some basic data, like what type of object it is. You know, the kind of like, there's like a unique ID to it. Basic stuff like that. And none of this actually appears in the game. Like when you're actually playing the level, none of these will get spawned in. So it's just, this is just only appears for the level editor. Going back to here, we can change this to select. And you can see I've now selected this guy. There's a little name tag thing up here. And right now what I've done is I've added it so that I can change like the height. So let's say I want to make this at 3. So there we go. It's now at 3. I can change it down to like 2.4975 something like that, right? And there you go. It's there, and we can actually even see, yeah, it's actually changed the coordinate right here. I don't know, 30.892, something like that, right? Where the hell did it go? Oh, it's actually inside the terrain now. Whee! Okay, yeah. Maybe 35.21, something like that. Oh god. Oh, I'm not selected on that. Okay, hold on. 35 point. I don't know. Something random. Still inside. Yeah. Come on. 38. There we go. Now it's outside. So you can see that you can move stuff around by typing things. You can, of course, also rotate stuff. It's probably going to be easy if I use this cube. Let's move it up there. I could say 45, and then I want to change that by maybe 60, and then I can do, I don't know, like 20 point, I don't know, 872 something, I don't know, right? And there we go. So it seems simple because you already have this stuff built into Unity, but basically you're trying to recreate that. The position, the sort of first set of coordinates is world space, so that's just going to be like in relation to just kind of like almost like a universal coordinate system. And these bottom two, this is the rotation and then the scale, these are local, so these are based on the actual local axis of this object, meaning you're not going to get anything that's like skewed and weird. So like 3, it's stretching it along its own y-axis. If I want to stretch it along its own z-axis, I can do, I don't know, like 50. And there we go. Now I have a giant long thingy. That looks goofy as hell. And I could do the same thing here, and I can make this like a, I don't know, 20. Oh, no, that's because this one's weird. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, this one was weird. This one's got a weird coordinate system. 20. There we go. See? And yeah, that looks stupid. Yep. And I can save this and load it. I've already made a load file. So what I'm actually going to do is let me go back into here for a second. Did you add Battle of El Candy? No. No. Not that I know of. I'm gonna have to look that up. Never even heard of that. Maybe you're mistyping that. You got me now intrigued. Hold on. El Caney. Oh. Oh, El Caney. Sorry. Yeah. No, haven't added that. The thing is, right now, again, I'm in the sort of the early. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Um, I'm still in the early phases of like um, the foundational stuff for the game. So when it comes to adding new maps, especially like the more like official maps, that's going to be part of Alpha 3, and El Caney is going to be one of those maps. Um, yeah, yeah, that I know. Yeah, there was a fort there, um, but yeah, that's something I'm going to be working on. Not right now, but in Alpha 3. Right now, this is just more of like I'm working on the foundational stuff. I want to make sure the gameplay is good, all the shooting mechanics, and of course, this is the level editor. Um, and once that's done, that's when I can start working on adding more guns. I can work on um, adding more levels and everything like that. Yeah. Well, El Caney was kind of interesting because um, as far as I know, that battle, even though it wasn't necessarily a victory for the Americans, it kind of paved the way for American victory at San Juan. So yeah, that actually, you are right. That was um, they were very very outnumbered in that, but that battle kind of set the dominoes for the eventual sort of victories for the Americans and allies. So yeah. Um, but anyway, give me a second. I'm going to switch over. Uh, Come on. Or is it gonna? I have to do this first. Hold on. Get back to here. Do that. There we go. Um, Yay. Okay. So this crazy file. So this was the save file for the custom map. So you got like the height maps and then like the texture maps and everything like that. And at the very bottom you had tree data and then this. This is because I've only have two objects in the scene right now. So it stores the ID of the object, which right now is just 0, 1, tiny numbers, but later on it's going to be something massive. And then it stores the coordinates, the XYZ coordinates, the rotations, and then the scales. So, um, on the subject of El Caney and all those kind of things, again, I'm not going to be able to make those levels right away, but the cool thing about having a level editor being as part of the game when it comes out onto Steam is that players they can make custom levels that maybe replicate some of that. And actually, something really cool that I was thinking about doing is kind of having that sort of road to Alpha 3, that sort of that process to that, being that I could kind of make like test maps that players can play, they can try it out, tell me what needs to be changed, how to make things better, and then I can slowly iterate on that, add 3D models and assets and things like that, and actually make the maps not only look accurate but also um, play very well too, because it's one thing to make something that looks realistic and then another to actually make it play well. So, but yeah, so that's what I've been working on right now, is just having these objects that get placed around. These test objects. So what I want to see if I can do in the remaining time, I always say I'm gonna keep these streams short, and then I end up doing like a 2 hour long stream by accident. So, but let me see. What if they had more troops? Well, the thing is, they would obviously win, but the thing is, I don't think the Americans really had much of a choice. Um, in getting more troops, unless you're talking about the Spanish. Spanish, they just couldn't because logistically it was a nightmare to get that many soldiers over there. But for the Americans, I just think that I the thing is, I want to say like that they had the opportunity to get more troops in there, but at the same time, because there was a lot of like public sentiment, like hey, we have to join the war effort and everything. That's why there was a lot of voluntary regiments. But at the same time, I don't know if like I'm thinking like I don't think you could really there'd be like an alternate history where you could have more American troops there. I just think it was probably just bad planning, honestly. But again, like if you really think about it, we do. Yeah, we do. We only have one. Actually, we have two. We have two movies. We have Rough Riders miniseries, which is good. I need to rewatch it again. It's been like a couple years since I've seen it. I need to rewatch that. But we also need there was that one movie that I saw. It's in Spanish, but it's a great, like if you have subtitles on, which is how I watched it. I think I saw it last year. That's on the Siege of Baylor, yeah. Which was that one like holdout Spanish like company that basically stayed in the Philippines because they didn't believe everybody when they said that the war was over and that the Spanish had lost. They kind of were like, no, we're gonna hold our ground, and they held their ground for like almost like a whole year. It was kind of sad because a lot of people ended up dying unnecessarily for that. But it is absolutely fascinating. But they were basically fighting against the Americans at first, and then later they were basically fighting against the Filipinos because I seen that one that had accurate uniforms for the Spanish army. Yeah, they did. They did have bad commanders. They were just very very ill equipped. They were very very ill equipped. That's why they lost at Manila. They had some really crappy ships and yeah. But anyway, let me get back to the studio for a second. Whoopsies, that's not it. That's the button. Yay. Okay. What I'm trying to do, because this is the last thing I need to get working. Also, by the way, this is because I don't think I had it on the last stream I had. I do now have like a camera that I can kind of move around with. I can kind of. So this is the Unity editor, but this is actually the editor I created. But anyway, this cube. The one thing with Unity is that when you're making an object or whatever, you usually can click on something and it gives you this little gizmo thing you can kind of move stuff around in. Well, I'm trying to basically recreate that. First by making sure that this renders on top of stuff, which it's not doing. Which it's not doing for some reason. That's awesome. Why is it not rendering? Okay. That's awesome. As I did say, I think 2 streams ago, that I was starting to use a little bit of AI, little bit, not much, to help me kind of troubleshoot this a little faster. Yeah, that should be rendering in front. Okay. Well, I guess that's something I can work on. Whoa. Why do some sources say this should be on PS5? Yeah, well, I would like it to be, on console, but again, this game's going to be in early access. So I don't know how early access stuff works on Xbox and PlayStation. Um, most likely than not, the game will probably not be on console for a while. Just because I'll be focusing on trying to actually finish the game, actually get it to 1.0. So that might be like a year or so of me just basically working on the early access stuff. Um, but yeah, I would like this eventually to go to consoles. Um, so yeah, definitely. When it does drop, when the game does actually finally go 1.0, that's yeah, it's definitely a goal. Um, why do some sources say the Spanish had German advisors? I remember I knew the answer to this, and right now I'm just way too tired to know what it was to remember what it was. I think a multiplayer. Oh, Yeah, it would be brutal. It'd be awesome. It's also gonna take forever for me to make. Multiplayer would be really hard for me to add, which is why I'm focusing more on the single player stuff. But it would be awesome, yeah. Um, Especially with like the large levels. That's one of those things like it's not the priority for me. I'm making this game primarily for single player, with a really strong modding community around it. So all these modding tools will be available. Um, but if I have time, it's kind of like a stretch goal, kind of like you know a little bit down the line. Like if I have time, yeah, I'd love to work on multiplayer. But yeah, as to your other question about yeah, thank you. Um, but yeah, as for the multiplayer, sorry, not multiplayer. As for the question about the German advisors, I don't really know off the top of my head. I'd have to recheck that. It's been a while since I've been doing a lot of my. I had like a whole like a couple of like documents that I made, just like doing my own research. And I did remember like reading that. I know that the movie Rough Riders did lie on some things. Um, like they were saying that like they had access to like some certain German weaponry at San Juan, which they just didn't. Uh, there's what's it called? It's like the Maxim gun, I think, which is like a machine gun. That they were like, oh, the Spanish had access to that. They never did. They literally never did. Um, Again, this is one of those things where like, unfortunately, because all of the veterans of that war have already, they've passed away. Um, it's hard to really get like good information, like good and accurate information. So there's a lot of stuff that's kind of up in the air, like, you know, uh, man, I cannot think today. But there's a lot of liberties that are taken when like trying to depict this in whether that's a video game or in movies or whatever. Some people they kind of falsify certain things just because you can't. It's not like you have to, but it's hard to find really good like truthful sources of information. So Spanish had rapid fire. Yeah, they did have that. They did have that. They did have the crop artillery, but it was the yeah, no. So actually, the one thing, one of my top sources is this site called the Spanish American War Centennial website, um, and it's a website they made after 1998, uh, after the 100 years of the war, and it still gets updated even to this day. And I like that site because it's got pretty much almost everything, like as detailed as you'd like about the war, but also um, they actually have one of the pages on the site is literally a list of all the known names of every single soldier, both on the American side and the Spanish side of the war, which is just amazing that they actually were able to find all that data, and all the names and everybody. So I was thinking, I don't know if I'm legally able to, if that would be seen as disrespectful or not, but I would like, since there is a museum, mode in the game, you can actually like walk around like a museum. I kind of want to have just like a wall of like all like the veteran names for all the people that actually served in the war. I think that'd be it'd be nice. It'd be very, very. I think we would be nice to actually get to see all the names of the people who fought in the war. Also, one of the mechanics of course the game is that you can play as these different soldiers at any time. You get this like map screen, and you can pick each soldier, and there's a little kind of like bio about each soldier you play as. Right now, I just have like development test names, like this is American Soldier 1, this is American Soldier number 2, right? But it'd be kind of cool to maybe have also like the ability to like use some real names and put them there as well, just to again kind of ground the actual. Excuse me, my throat got a little sore right there. Yeah, just to kind of ground things more into a bit more realism instead of just having just generic generic development, soldier names, actually having like an actual, actual names there. So yeah. But anyway, let me see about this rendering thing. I have Claude here open. I have to just read all of its stuff. Following the publishing to pass technique, reference walkthrough, blah blah blah. Okay. Hold on. Let me stop that for a second. Let's go to my cube. Am I still? Yeah, I am. That I don't know. Did the 71st New York take the most losses? That I don't know about. I'm gonna guess you're probably right. See, I'm more like when I research, I'm more focused on like the chronological, like the actual like events that happened. So I don't. I actually still. I do know that there is a. There is like, I guess, like a regiment from my home state, which I think is kind of interesting because my home state never gets mentioned like in any conflict. But it was cool to see that the Spanish-American War, yeah, my state was actually there. However, as for like New York, yeah, I didn't even. That's something I got to look into. That's you've definitely you've got me there. I'm gonna have to take a look into that. Okay, what's this? So we have something about an injection point. Might be blind. Where is that? Here, HDRP settings support forward only. Oh, it does not support forward only. Okay, so let's see. Let's find that. Project settings. Does this actually show up on? No, it doesn't. Dang it. Okay, whatever. Project settings. HDRP. There we go. get both. Yay! Okay. Let's see if that actually fixed it. Nope. Damn it. That sucks. See, I wanna see if that cube will render to the front. Just like how this little movement gizmo always shows up in the front. But for whatever reason, it's just straight up not doing that. It's just straight up. Okay. Shader pass, forward. Did it give me any? Depth testing. Yeah. So like depth pre-pass. Let's try that. Let's try that. Or maybe one of them can be. Nope. That is just well, that sucks. Oh, always. Nope. Nope. Golly, dude. Greater? Greater equal. Nope. It's weird because that totally works there. Huh. I'm so confused. I'm so confused, man. Render to back to front? No. What the hell? Why does it work in the scene view but not in the, like, there it renders to the front. Like, perfectly. And there it doesn't. Interesting. Okay. Oh, whoopsies. Yeah, oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm from Idaho. So, I'm from Idaho. So I didn't know that, Ohio went to Puerto Rico. That's actually pretty cool. If I'm mistaken, Idaho, I don't think they were in Cuba. I do know, I think they were sent, I think, to the Philippines, though. If I'm not mistaken, just because they're closer. So, yeah. But anyway, let me see. So, reading Claude, what it says here: every future Gizmo piece just needs to live on the Gizmo layer, and the setup handles the rest automatically. Nothing about this. Well, okay, no, no, dude, this is not working at all. Here, Unity HDRP render to front. Oh, they're saying camera stacking. Custom pass. What's it called? It's called the thing. No, it's called the custom pass volume. There we go. Hang on. It's not like a. This is a volume, so it's not like a global. Yeah. Camera? Is that it? Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay, global. Before transparent. After post process. Nope. Dang. After opaque. Nope. Why does my object not render in front? Okay, so go front custom pass. What's it? Volume. Custom pass volume. Let's see. Google save me. Google save me. How do I? To render an object in front of everything else, use a custom pass volume. You must override the camera's depth buffer so the object ignores existing scene geometry. Go to the game object volume custom pass to generate a new volume object in your scene. It's not a. I created a custom pass in camera. My camera and custom. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it to a game object in your scene? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Shoot. Doubt that this is gonna do anything really. Golly. Okay. Maybe not. Is there like a volume I can do? Volume. Yes. Volume. Global volumes do not need a collider. Okay. Fine. We'll create. We'll just do volume. Boom. I'm now experimenting. Put that 0, 0, 0. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Got the volume. Add a custom pass volume component. I'm so confused. I'm so confused, man. Okay, somebody has your. I created a custom pass in camera. My camera and custom pass are shown. So the camera. Where's my camera? There it is. So let's open that. So it's in general. Background, everything. Volume layer mask. Everything. Ooh, okay. So everything, okay. I think that's the only thing. Then we go, I'm just gonna delete this for, actually just disable that for a second. Boom. Okay. Render on top always. I'm just gonna copy that. Render on top always. None. Camera, and then this is none, all that, and then layer mask, just the gizmo. Forward. Okay, override mode. None? No. Yep. Okay. Override depth. Yep. And then it's always, and then the right depth, and then the sorting is everything. Boom. And then render on top less. None, 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 none. And then disable override depth, which we've done. Shader pass still forward. And still a gizmo and all. Boom. And then the sorting is everything. Boom. Okay, does that actually still work in here? No. No. That's not giving me any confidence. Oh, global. 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 Okay. It's still hidden. After opaque. Okay, after opaque, was it depth and normal? Okay, it's actually now there. Why does it appears brief? What in the actual hell? Oh, that is trippy. Holy why is it okay? Why is it weird? Oh, that's weird. What the hell? What in the actual hell? Okay. The sun. The sun. Okay, it's rendering it to the front, but now it's all like it's weird. That's weird, dude. Okay. Ah! Okay. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let me see, okay. Okay, well, yeah, it's progress. That's progress. Oh, get rid of this. Remove that. It's still goofy. It's still goofy. Golly. Delete that. Why? Why is it so goofy, man? Maybe depth. No. Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna delete all of that. That one. That one. I just expand all of that. Expand all of that. Okay. Yep. Come on, Unity. Alright. So we override the depth. This one will be always. Come on, Unity. It needs to just compile it. Give it a minute. And then that one is disabled. It's what I had before. That's annoying. That's annoying. Man. Gizmo. Just the gizmo. Okay. There we go. Just the gizmo. Yep. Sorting. Let's see if that actually puts it to the front. Okay. Is that the front? You'd think such a simple thing as render something in the front of another Yo, it's freaking working! Okay. Yay, okay. I was just about to say, you would think this would be so easy. Yes, it really was that easy. I had some settings wrong. That's sick. That's actually cool. Okay. And it's there. Yep. That. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can't open the full screen on this thing. Maximize. There we go. See? Ta-da! That's cool. Okay. Right. What's the next thing, according to Claude? It is positioning. Okay. Gizmo screen space scalar. This one's straightforward and reusable across all 3 future gizmos without a modification. Okay. So we make a script. And we call it that. Hold on. Create. Or is it that one? Give Unity a minute. It's kind of exciting because I'm so close to finishing this. Finishing this level editor. It's like I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. So just copy that. Is it? No, it's mono behavior, so it's not static. Good. I'll just copy that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. We could probably close that. That's not necessary. Okay. Let Unity load and do its thing. Okay, here we are. I'm guessing on this cube is where we had this. Actually, what is it? So there's a camera. There's an awake. So there's camera. We do a light update. We transform local to screen space size. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Set target position and then set visible. Why light update specifically? Worth a one-line explanation since it's an easy thing to get something wrong. If a separate camera control script also runs an update, the execution order between 2 different update methods isn't guaranteed. The gizmo could scale itself against Livestream's camera position if it happens to run first. Delayed update always runs after all update calls that frame. Blah, blah. What's deliberated not built yet? No actual handle geometry. Okay, where do you actually add this thing though? Oh, do you just oh, you just add this to the okay. Duh. Gizmo. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna. Oh, he's a big boy. Okay. Oh, he. Oh, he's mass. Okay, yeah. We don't we don't need him to be that big. That is awesome though. Kind of looks a little trippy, but that's awesome. And I can look away, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's cool. How tiny does it get? Sweet. Let me, because this just looks silly. Cast shadows off. Don't contribute to global illumination. Is there not like a button to turn off receiving shadows? I don't think there is. Don't think there is. What I'm gonna do, turn that off. Go into materials. We want a material. We're gonna call this Gizmo material test. And what I want to do is HDRP. Is there an unlit? There is an unlit one. Perfect. And we'll just make it blue, light blue, baby blue. Yeah. And we'll just give the cube that. And that way this thing renders to the front. It looks like that. It looks kind of awesome. I can't can't deny that. That looks kind of awesome. Am I able to change the transparency? Oh, please tell me I can change the alpha on this. No, I can't. Oh, that would be, it would be cool if I could. It'd be really cool if I could. Can I do like transparent? Oh, please. Oh, that'd be cool. Let me do it. Yes. Yes, sir. It's letting me do it. But it does, okay. Yeah. Dang. Cause it gets kind of big. Let's see. If I go into cube, is there a all opaque? Can I just do all? Oh, I can't. Oh, baby. I love experimenting with Unity, and it actually works. Oh, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. Because I want it to be a little bit transparent, so you can actually see like what's under it. I want it to be completely invisible, but like that, right? Like, because that means like if I'm like here, you could still see those trees. And then if like I'm selecting it, then we can maybe make it a little bit more visible. I think like a 45. That looks good. That looks awesome, actually. I could play this with this for hours. Oh, look at that! It actually saved it. Sweet. Okay, sweet. So once the custom path setup is in place, you can confirm something is on the gizmo. Excuse me, it renders properly through solid objects. Ready for step 2. Yeah, I should also test out one other thing. So yes, it does even render through these objects as well, which is awesome. Okay. So yeah, no wiring. No wiring into object placement tool yet. Set target position. Set visible exist only to hook. Only exist as 2 hooks a future gizmo will need. But nothing calls them yet since there's no gizmo game object to call them on. Okay. No rotation alignment. This only handles position and uniform scale. Whether the gizmo should orient it to orient to the world axis or selected object's local axis is the real decision. Should be local. It should be local for all of them. But it's specific to each gizmo type. Move probably wants world axis, and then better decided per gizmo in steps 2, 4, and 5 than guessed at generically here. Once the custom pass setup is in place, you can confirm something is on the gizmo layer, renders 2 solid objects correctly. We're ready for step 2. Okay. I've used 90% of my session limit. I've only asked how many questions? 1, 2. Hold on. How many questions? Hold up. So I asked 1, 2, 3. I've only asked 3 questions. God's like, you've already used 90% of your session limit. Dang it, dude. I've asked 3 questions. Okay. Does it actually tell me, like, somewhere? Okay. Well, I'll do one more before it probably kicks me out. Ready to move on to step 2. As you have said, move will be on world axis. Okay. I'm ready for like the pop-up that just says, you've used up all your freaking data. That's still cool though. I actually got it to work. That I almost kind of have a hard time believing it. It looks awesome. Yes, ponder a little faster, dude. I'm live. Oh, it's taking its sweet time on this one. It's okay. I mean, we'll probably end the stream here really soon, but hey, at least I got something rendering. That's cool. And the nice thing is it actually doesn't run terribly. Like it runs surprisingly well. Okay. You've hit your 5-hour message limit. It resets at 11:30 p.m. It is 11:30 p.m. It literally, I literally, okay, whatever. Maybe like, oh, for like tomorrow, I guess. Whatever. Good. World axis simplifies orientation since the 3 handles just point along fixed. Okay. So build the handles procedurally in code, not as a hand-authored prefab. Well, why not? Unity's built-in primitives, cylinder for shaft, cube for tip, are enough to represent a recognizable arrow without needing you to model or import anything. Matches the keep it fairly simple framing. If you want sharper cone-shaped tip later, that's a mesh swap, not a structural change. Tag each handle with its axis identity now, even though dragging is step 3. Same reasoning as place object info. Deciding the identity model early means step 3's hit testing has something to query. Hit info collider without needing to restructure the hierarchy later. Gizmo visibility position syncs once per frame from current state rather than being pushed from every place. Selection can change. Set selection, clear selection, delete selected object, and eventually live dragging can all change what's selected or where it is. Threading an explicit gizmo update call through every one of those is exactly the kind of thing that's easy to forget in one spot and causes stale invisible gizmo bug later. A single if mode is equal to move and something is selected, show and reposition, else hide, update, check and update covers all of them automatically since it rederives the answer from scratch every frame rather than reacting to discrete events. And then on disable needs to explicitly hide the gizmo. This one's a real bug waiting to happen given your existing architecture. UI master controller disables object placement tool entirely when switching disabled. Update stops running, meaning the per frame sync, blah blah blah. And it would stay frozen, visible in whatever state it was last while you're now adding terrain. On disable is one place, still runs at the moment the switch happens. Okay. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Movegizmo.ca. We're making another file already. Dang, it's wanting me to make a bunch of files. Okay. Create mono behavior script. Was just the. So we're making a script for every single mode, I guess. That's kind of crazy. Again, reason for why I'm vibe coding this right now, and I won't be vibe coding it when it actually gets put into the game, because I'm going to be rechecking all of this and optimizing it, because this is way too many scripts for me. Okay, public enum. We got our gizmos. Let me actually switch for a second. I am still, by the way, my voice is still going, right? Come on, YouTube. Yep, okay. There we go. Okay. So it says I should do it like, I'm gonna be honest, I straight up hate that. I mean, it's put the class outside, so it's not even a subclass. Fine. This is the vibe code stage. We'll get into the make it look actually functional and pretty later. So it's gonna look ugly as sun right now. I gotta let the OCD part of me go for a minute. So okay, we have handle materials, handle shape. Okay. Gizmo layer name, Gizmo. Got the scalar, we got the awake, build axis handle, apply materials. Okay, so this literally just makes it. It just creates a gizmo. Okay, I'll do that. Save. Yep. Okay. Oh geez. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. And the object placement tool. So that's this script right here. This is actually what's in charge of basically placing, moving, rotating, scaling, whatever, and then of course deleting objects. And everything is all referenced in, where is it? This bad boy, the game object registry. So that's where everything is all stored. And we're going to put this guy there. Move gizmo. Okay. So private void update, update gizmo. Runs every frame regardless of mode. Cheap, the singular source of truth for gizmo visible. Okay, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to put this at the very bottom. Let's call this gizmo. The fuck? Gizmo methods. There we go. Here's my methods. Game object edit mode. Hold on, what was that? Oh, okay. I was like, huh? I already forgot the name of it. And then on disable. Okay. Setup needed on your end. Create 3 HDRP unlit materials. So yeah, I already did one of them, but I gotta do, I guess, 2 more. Okay. Here, let's go back into here. Let me switch. Okay. Go back into the materials. Can I rename this? Oh, I can. Well, okay. Before I do that, let me save. Unity doesn't like it when you change the name of things. I've had it crash many times. We'll call this one Gizmo Map Blue. Can I duplicate? No. Can do that. Gizmo Mat Green. Is that actually... well, okay, we'll go with like a lighter shade then. And Make that bad boy red. Pink. More of a pinkish. Yeah, looks good. Maybe make the red a little bit darker so you can actually see it. Okay. And assign them to the x-axis material. Well, this is not a static script, is it? No, it's mono behavior. Oh, but I can actually. Oh, I could just straight up just add it here. I forgot. Yeah, I could just do that. Well, what is the Unity convention? Unity transform gizmo colors. Yes. Kind of annoying, it doesn't just tell you. Red represents the x-axis, thank you. Boom. Okay. Green represents the z-axis. Okay, boom. And then blue is x. Boom. Okay. What's the next thing it wants me to do? Create an empty game object in your scene and add move gizmo to it. Okay. Create an empty game object. We'll just call this move gizmo game object. Delete this. I'll unlock that. Move gizmo. Bada bing, bada boom. Assign the 3 materials. Oh, I already did that. Crap. And drag it into the object placement tool. It's a new gizmo field. Okay. So move gizmo is right there. Boom. Excuse me. No prefab instantiation needed. One persistent object the tool talks to. Same pattern as brush preview projector. Okay. Confirm the gizmo layer from step 1 still matches the gizmo layer's name default gizmo. If you needed something else, update the field. Okay. Gizmo. Layer name, gizmo. Okay. With distant play switching to move mode with something selected should show 3 colors. Okay, nothing will happen, but it'll at least show it. Okay, well let's try it. If I see that thing is working, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna load. Like I'm gonna be overjoyed. I don't think it's working. I don't see it working. Oh, I have to select it to move. Yo. Yo, that's pretty freaking crazy. Oh my god. Holy crap. Yo, that's okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hold on. Let me change this to opaque for a minute. Because I noticed that it doesn't render as well as I thought it would. And so I think... So let's load for a second. Oh, my computer is like... is going wild. And then we still change it to move. That's so cool. I mean, the arrows... It's the poor man arrows. It doesn't really look like you'd expect them to. Yeah, it doesn't look like arrows, but you know, I can live with that. It actually looks more like what the scale. Yeah, it kind of looks like more what I would imagine the scale 2 is probably going to look like, with the sort of like blocks on the end of it. But that's pretty cool. I can look at the move gizmo. Yeah, it's actually made different handles. Look at that. That is cool. We can make the length of the shaft longer. Okay, I think that's a spawning thing. So we can make it like 3 if we wanted to. Load camera. Let me just hide that for a minute. Switch it to select. Switch it to that. That's not the freaking button. That is select. Load. That. Move. That's a little. I mean, okay, that's maybe a little too big. Oh, this is so cool. I hope. Yeah, it is actually recording. Oh, it's so cool. I'm easily amused by this. It is still rendering a shadow, though. That's I think kind of stupid, but it's cool though. Is it just because? Yeah, cast shadows is on. We could change that. I mean, that's not terribly difficult to set up. Oh, that's so cool though. that's do these have they do have a collider on them. They do actually have a collider. Okay. That is interesting. Yeah, there's not like you have a cube, you have a capsule, you got a cylinder, you got a sphere. There's no like cone prefab. I think if there was one, that would probably be a little bit better. I think probably the real solution is just to make a game object, like just make like a 3D model of just like a cone with a like a little cone with this cylinder thing, just in Blender or something like that. That way, I only could just use just one object instead of the two. But that's cool. It's actually added gizmo axis handle, and yeah, it's actually. This is sick. I actually like what it's done. Tip size. Yeah. I like that. That actually looks really cool. Can't believe that actually. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to do literally anything else for today. Because it won't let me, but that's so cool that works. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, with this in place, Switching to the move mode to something selected should show 3 colored. Okay, yeah. So literally, actually, that's something I should try out. Hold on. So if I do like a, I mean, obviously, doing that doesn't do anything. So that's okay. Let's say we move this to like 35. Okay. Yeah, that's I kind of is doing what I'm thinking, wanting to do. It does update like a little bit slowly. Like 15. 10. I think it waits for your input. So like nothing. Okay. So as soon as I I see. As soon as I put my mouse pointer on the screen, it updates this. So it doesn't actually update the position of this until I put my mouse pointer on the screen. Okay. That's definitely a way of handling it. Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Oh. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, I have to add it all over again. Golly. Okay. Oh, please don't tell me I hit it. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Literally forgot to add this thing again before I deleted the other thing. Okay. Override. Always disabled. All. Okay. Sorting everything. Oh boy. My computer's straight up not happy with that. Okay, it was not happy with that. Nothing. Oh, sorry, gizmo. Just the gizmo. Forgot. This is just the gizmo. But the sorting should be everything. No, everything. Boom. I think. Okay, hold on. Let me try recreating this all over again. Why was I stupid? I forgot. I literally spent like 20 minutes of the stream trying to figure this out. And then I freaking deleted it again. Okay. Override depth. Do always. Sorting. No, okay, hold on. Layer mask. Gizmo. I forgot what it was. No. Uh, what was it? No. Default. Oh god. Just the default. There we go. Ah, gosh dang it. Oh, Gizmo? Oh. Golly, dude. I've once again screwed it for myself. How? Oh, it's because I haven't... Gizmo. Okay, okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, hold on. Okay, start all over again. What in the fuck? Okay, hold on. Remove component. Okay. Okay. That was weird. Okay, filters, overrides, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so only the gizmo. Both of them. Only the gizmo. There we go. Change this to gizmo. It's already rendering to the front, but that's not what I want because I know it's not going to work. Because we need to do this. We need to have this to be always. That one is... I think supposed to be disabled, and that I think we just hit everything. Let me see, how did I do this already? Okay, that renders fine. Let's see, copy the component. We'll hide that, and then remove this component, paste component values. Perfect. Objects load. Go into here, go into select that, move. Okay, looks like that's working now. Yeah. Yeah. See, okay, that's the way you do it. And so when we change it to select, or we change it to add, and we try to add more stuff, and then we, actually let's say we do this one, and then we add it, and then we try to select it, and then we try to move it, and yep, that's working. Okay. So I guess off camera, probably like tomorrow, I will try to finish this, and hopefully try to get the movements, all this like gizmo, because this is literally it. Like once I finish this and add all these like little gizmo handlers, that's everything done. I got the saving, I got the loading, I got the terrain editing, all of it's done. And I can then start actually putting this into the actual game. of course, polishing it up, giving it an actual proper nice UI. And then once that's done, I can then start implementing Steam Workshop support, and also go back to the actual main game's development and try to finish all the stuff I didn't finish yet. So yeah, that's look at that. I'm genuinely actually kind of happy that this is working. I know it seems like such a simple little thing, but it, even vibe coding is, it's a lot harder than I was actually expecting. But anyway, yeah, I've definitely been recording for longer than I would have liked to. So next week's stream, hopefully, we'll see if I'll be done by then. I did say that last week and the week before, and obviously things took a lot longer than I was expecting. So we'll just see what happens. But I'm going to do my best to try to get it done. And also, I'm going to be looking back on my sort of my roadmap kind of dealio, because there were some things that I added there that I don't think I need to really worry about anymore. And there's some things that I want to work on that I haven't added yet. So just kind of revising that and marking things correctly. So that way I can really pinpoint when this game is going to actually launch into early access. And then trying to stick to that schedule. So yeah. But anyway, that'll be it for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you are as entertained as I am. But yeah, anyway, thanks everybody. See you next week. But yeah, anyway.